So I am what we would describe as an outwardly focused type that sits on the heart triad. And so, like all the heart types, I navigate from this exquisitely attuned, sensitive heart center that is very adept and magnificently tuned in to other people's feelings. My own feelings I'm not as good at tuning into because I'm really good at going back to what you need and what I can do for you, because that's my role in the world. And of course, this is obviously unconscious. And so this exquisite heart is as sensitive and attuned to emotion as the four's heart. But the four's heart is perhaps more preoccupied with my feelings, as in my own feelings. Whereas my heart is very much focused on how I can take care of your feelings. And of course, if I was to be really, really honest with myself, this is a little bit of a strategy not to feel my feelings so that I can take care of you. And the reason that I take care of you, if I'm really honest, is that I want you to see me as somebody who's really lovable. Do you see me as lovable is the unconscious question, because like all shame types, I don't know that I'm worthy of love unless I show up in a certain way. And the way that I want to show up is really kind, really, really thoughtful, really considerate, really generous, really caring and selfless. Yes, I want to be selfless, absolutely, almost martyrish. I take a lot of pride in that. I hold a lot of my identity around the fact that when you need something, I am the person whose number you call. And I do have about 800 numbers in my phone, and honestly, I would never not answer any of them. I'm your go-to girl. That's my role. That's how I want you to see me. And this might be in a one-on-one thing. If a sexual instinct is my dominant, can you imagine what happens when I'm a social two? I'm like, oh, I can take care of the whole world. And I can. And the best part about me is that I know everybody. So you need help, I'm your girl. I'm going to hook you into whoever you need if I'm a social two. If I am your self-praise two, like I'm your best friend, I'm the girl that's always going to take care of you at home and your feelings. And the sexual two is going to make damn sure that whatever she loves is going to be loved properly. But this is how I actually play out my shame. Until I'm asleep to my pattern. Because my core belief is that it's not okay to have my own needs. I must focus on the needs of others. Can you hear the sacrifice in that? And so I hope that you can hear with empathy that I have developed the passion of pride in my role as being the most caring and the most thoughtful, generous person. Flattery, gosh, I'm so good at flattery. When I meet you, I will always tell you how good you look, how fab you sound, how kind you've been. I'm so good at that. I also love a positive vibe between us. So I want to flatter you kind of in the hopes that you'll flatter me, but also because I want you to like me and for this to be good. Sometimes even to my own detriment. Because what you don't know about me is that I actually do feel deeply. And I often feel very hurt because people don't appreciate how much I do for them and how much I think about them and what I give them. Man, I lent my car to my neighbor for 3 years and I took a taxi to work. If you rent my apartment, my investment apartment, and you didn't pay your rent for 7 months, I wouldn't evict you. I would bring your children food because I know, like, I get it. I have that much innate compassion. But what I have to do with this hurt in order to A, fulfill my role, but also so that you like me, so that you love me, is I have to repress. It feels like I have to keep a lid on and keep noticing you. I have to repress these feelings in order to keep being of service to others. This is both my shadow, the stuff that's difficult for me, the resentment and the sadness I feel that people don't do the same for me and that people don't appreciate me. This is the stuff that's hard about being me. I remember everybody's birthdays. I will put a little muffin on your desk. Why don't you remember mine? That's what's hard. And when I go deeper and deeper and deeper into what's hard, I can go to the stress point of 4 and I can really wallow in how sad I feel that I am not loved the way I can love others. But in the best of me, I can also go to 4 because I can realize that in those feelings, I have feelings, and I can use my 8, which is my stress point. In fact, I can get very angry in 8. I can resent people in 8, but this wakes me up to what I'm best at, which is caring for people without having to be attached to whether or not they care about me. Because of course you're lovable. Of course you're beautiful. Of course you're amazing. You're the most innately, emotionally intelligent people on the planet. We all want to be like you. But please, if you are a 2, can you please care for yourself the way you care for other people? It's the birthplace of kind leadership. The humility to listen to my own needs first is really hard. No one knows that better than you do if you're a 2.